Hey everybody, welcome back to React TCG. It's episode 40 and we have got another pack of death battle videos to tear into. We're getting close to catching up on all the death battles. Another couple weeks and we should be done. Um, and then I'm gonna need new stuff to react to. I've got some stuff lined up, but I'm always looking for suggestions from you guys. So if you got anything, put them in the comments, put them on a post on my that's over on my channel page. You know, give me some ideas about what you want to see. That being said, let's hop right into this one. We have got Wile E Coyote versus Tom Cat, aka the cat from Tom and Jerry. Um, See, I always thought Tom and Jerry were Looney Tunes, but I guess I was wrong. They were like their own separate thing. Um, Maybe I just think that because of like Tweety Bird and Sylvester. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. My point being, that in this fight, I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know. I think I'll go with Wile E Coyote because he is actually smart. If his own universe was not filled with rules that literally like worked against him to make him always lose against the Roadrunner, he probably could catch and eat him. So I don't think he's gonna lose to a fucking cat that's constantly being beat up by a fucking mouse. But who fucking knows, right? Um, yeah, so let's hop right into this one. You foolish furball, you cost me dinner.
Wile
It's
E
funny if he's
Coyote,
gonna
the fastest and furious
fucking
of the
respond
Looney
with cards
Tunes.
the whole
Tom
time.
Cat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it, and we're here to deliver.
He's with
How nice is a
high
fan
boomstick.
one?
And
That's
it's
pretty
our
cool.
job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
The
death,
death battle. Another crazy Toon
In
Force one.
tales told over shimmering campfire by the tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the
Wait,
Miwok,
really?
he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens.
I live in Canada and coyotes are coyotes. They're nothing special.
To give to humanity.
Not
To
even a
the Sweatbuck,
nuisance.
he was a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great Coyote stalked
Whoa, full name Wile Ethelbert Coyote. Species Carnivorous vulgaris, Roadrunnerus digestus, Oedipus anythingus, Famicius, Oedipus almost anythingus. Didn't we already do that one? Oh, almost anythingus. This one was Oedipus anythingus. Okay. Etius Verdius, Famicius Fantasticus, Eternali Famici, uh, Famicius Vulgaris Ingeniusi, oh my god. I'm gonna do it. If you don't want to hear me fucking read all these, just skip ahead, because I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fucking read them all. Famius, Famicius, Etius Labius, Hardheadius, O Odesipus, Carnivorous Slabius, Hardheadipus Ravenous, Everready Oedipus, Appetitus Giganticus, Hungry Fleabagius, Overconfidenti vulgaris, Caninus nervus rex, grotescus appetitus, nemesis ridiculi, dogius ignorami, porus macocius, poultrius devourus, Caninus laterans, Desertus operatus Ithacus, Canis Ithacus, Phallius Flatius, Eternicus Phallius, Starvinius Loserus, Rapcosius Researchi, Lickety Lispius, Fastidius Fasticactus, Genius Menius, Sneakius Starvingus, Sneakius Criterus, Dedus Metus, Neverus Learnus, Glutinus Maximus, Neverendus Appetitus, Coyotes Defeaticus, Coyotes in Amarius? Amaris? I don't know. Coyotes Smugus, Coyotes Stuckfastius, Roadkillus Notquitius, and Coyotes with big. Sorry, I have to wait for this fucking thing to just go down so I can see it. Coyotes with biggest gunnius.
The American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner, and this modern Wile E.
Oh my god, there's more. Why is there more? Oh my god. Predatorus pufus, Completius indarcus, Coyoteus fedupus, Coyoteus shipshapius, Shemius neverendius, Genius Smenius, I'm pretty sure we heard that one already. Doofus ex machina. Sorry, Doofus ex machina, right? That's how you pronounce that? Machina. Schemius offscrenius. Christemiscus Scroogius. Fantasticus obsessive. Coyote hap to and run for it. Hungrius ridiculus. Jonesius danger pronuncius. Deus ex ignoramus. Piltdown Chowdownian. Saldanian Sorpius Stomachus grumbling. Dialysis 911 excess. Really? Coyotis moronicus. Dorcas aplentii. Bonaflex Luerzian. Crashhorian corsicus. Nidisus improvementus. Stupidus repetitivus. Eagerus foolus. Lostrian causicus. Epicus phalus. Hungrimus shredmus. Barbecupian Faulicus, Glotius Maximus, Pursuus Raptuus, and Jesus, Chawacus Downus. Uh,
Coyote is driven by
oh,
a
did not mean to hit play yet. Height 5'8" or 5'8" or 1.73 meters. Birth year 1937. IQ 207, or at least that's what he claims. Is internally hangry, which, for those of you who have never heard the word hangry before, is hungry and angry, but like, who has never heard that? Most loyal customer and occasional employee of Acme, and was inspired by Mark Twain and the pre-1949 Chase cartoons.
Prey, the Roadrunner.
Like
And
what
this
Pegasus
modern
watches in
Wile E
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile E was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy task.
Wile E occasionally does speak, but most commonly it's in his crossovers with Bugs, but he is largely silent by Cage E's instructions. Okay, so that's probably why I thought he was a Looney Tune. He teams up with Bugs
Coyotes
Bunny.
are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour. Though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still, or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile E manages to consistently keep
Yeah,
up
dude's
with
a
his prey
fucking
at all,
speedster.
but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile E.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E's got an endless assortment of gadgets.
Okay, hold on. I
almost
have
as
to make
fast
sure
isn't
everyone sees this little tidbit here. Bugs Bunny once manually filled the Grand Canyon with a normal shovel in seconds. Like, what the fuck? A feat that was over 57,300 times greater than the speed of light.
fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
And they always
He's got your
fail.
classics like dynamite.
Oh god, he has a lot of weaponry. Okay, conventional weaponry. Explosives, firearms, bow and arrow, cannons, harpoons, slingshot, crossbow, catapult, grappling hook, club, laser gun, katana, batarangs. Where the fuck did you get batarangs, bro? You just breaking into Batman's Batcave? How? Why? When? So many questions. Heat-seeking missiles, chainsaw. Bro, what? Flamethrower, net gun, blasting powder, and more. Tools, magic paint. Oh yeah, gotta mention that shit. That's a classic. Rope, giant magnets, quick drying cement, glue, grease, tar, 108-volt electric magnet, magnifying lenses, suction cups, chemistry set, flypaper, his computer, laser pens, trampoline, radar gun, curling supplies, infrared night view binoculars, and more. And special equipment. This will be all the crazy shit he gets from Acme. Decoy, dehydrated boulders, disintegrating pistol, integrating pistol, invisibility paint, magnetism gun, mecha coyote, sleeping gas, lightning bolts, book of magic, giant spray, molecular transporter, satellite laser, zero gravity spray, monsturizer and demonsterizer, ice and fire rays, weather control kit, clonomatic, time gun, portal tech, shrink ray 1000, lightsaber, instant road runner and coyotes, roadblocks, universal remote, time travel remote, portable phony hole, hunger gas, hypnotic clarinet, Pied Piper's flute, straitjacket bazooka, instant girl. What the fuck is an instant girl? What does he like? Just make an instant girl? Does it turn him into a girl? What the fuck? Whatever. Uh, Loony DNA dissolver. Oh, that's gonna be helpful. That might give Coyote the edge, because that can actually kill a Looney Tune and like cause for real damage.
anvils and spring-loaded boxing gloves, along with heavier artillery like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet.
Consumables: triple strength fortified leg muscle vitamins, high speed tonic, earthquake pills, bounciness potion, mutation potion, super speedy pellets, and nitro vitamins, as well as many more. Vehicles: rockets, UFO, motorcycle, steamroller, jet-propelled pogo stick and unicycle, rocket cars, helicopter, airplane, jetpack, spy car, flying broom, monster truck, magic carpet, and more. Apparel: jet-propelled tennis shoes and roller skates, various disguise. He has a Batman suit, because why not? Sorry, he has a Batman suit, a Batman suit, an Iron suit, and an Iron Man suit. What? Cactus costume, hawk suit, bouncy shoes, magician's outfit, and more, and miscellaneous. Unfoldable door, fake leg, grand piano, drone. Apparently he's got a fucking Green Lantern ring, and etc.
A Reddit favorite,
many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile E has an officially measured
Bro, he's got the other
IQ
end.
of 3.
That's the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile E is their most devoted customer, contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clonomatic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile E uses is intentionally sabotaged, because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
Answer the call. Volunteer with Ontario Corps.
I always forget that part. Part of the reason he loses is because machines are designed to fail. Because the Roadrunners run Acme. And he's buying shit from Acme. You know this now. Like, why you keep buying their shit? You know what I mean? Like, he knows now that they run the fucking Acme Corporation. So why is he still buying their stuff? Makes zero sense. Regeneration, shapeshifting, electricity, immersion, non-physical interaction, fourth wall awareness, exemption from physics, weather manipulation, transmutation, magic, levitation, size alteration, hypnotism, exorcism, teleportation, possession, intangibility, manifestation, time travel, duplication, sealing, erasure, and more.
Still attuned and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years straight, without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Secwepemc legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely
to
catch the Roadrunner. Ah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every toon's got it, not just the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive.
In addition to Daffy's survival of total erasure on 2 different occasions, other toons such as Furball have regenerated from soul destruction, and Bugs Bunny himself has returned from informational destruction in Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Fatal damage up to being fully
Which,
erased,
despite what people say, that was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Fuck you guys. Let people enjoy things.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's why Wile E developed a counter to this immortality, the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again, so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile E's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's
Kinda.
jutsus, Toon Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced Toons like Wile E who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means Wile E should be capable of replicating feats and abilities performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier to
Universal feats are common even for weak toons. Elmira Duff survived the end of the universe, the Warners caused a big bang, and Plucky once pulled a new universe from his pocket and unfurled it at 1.9 quintillion times light speed.
suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a
Bruh.
cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission.
Once blew up the sun, grew to the size of a planet, turned into a constellation twice, survived an impact the size of North America, withstood smashing a portion of the moon, matched Roadrunner's immeasurable speed, scored on the Monstars and Don Cheadle, hunted the Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, the Energizer Bunny, and the Gecko Gecko. Dude just cannot catch a
He's
win.
helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, oh snap, caught the Roadrunner! Oh wait, never mind, so damn close!
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,766,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's over 10 million failures.
That takes
Bro.
dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly,
Yeah, his universe is working
standing in
against
the way
him.
of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
And by God, we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their
Rule number 1. The Roadrunner cannot harm the Coyote except by going beep beep. Rule number 2. No outside force can harm the Coyote, only his own ineptitude or the failure of the Acme products. Rule number 3. If Coyote could stop anytime, the Coyote could stop anytime, if he were not a fanatic. A fanatic is one who redoubles his effort when he has forgotten his aim. So basically, he could stop anytime if he wasn't so obsessed with catching the Roadrunner that he's completely forgotten the whole point of trying to catch the Roadrunner is to eat him. No dialogue except beep beep. Rule number 5. The Roadrunner must stay on the road, otherwise, logically, he would not be called a Roadrunner. Rule number 6. All action must be confined to the natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert. Pretty sure Rule 5 and 6 have been broken, but they mentioned that a few of them have been broken over time due to stuff changing. Rule number 7. All materials, tools, weapons, or mechanical conveniences must be obtained via the Acme Corporation. Rule number 8, whenever possible, make gravity the Coyote's greatest enemy. And of course, rule number 9, that Coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures.
animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon abilities.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty
While other Looney Tunes creators, such as Michael Maltese, have asserted that they were unaware of these rules, Jones himself outlined them very clearly in his autobiography.
products, and the fact that no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other creatives have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile E. Coyote. In all
Yeah.
our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son? He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, but that only applies to the Roadrunner. So against Tom, those rules
What? I'm
shouldn't
having
fly.
company over. Or am I?
Doesn't
Sweeten
matter
the
if you
small
are,
stuff.
it's whipped
We
cream.
do this like men. Fine. Like men.
I have a delivery here.
What the fuck is this?
You guys have fun.
Like,
The
what the
year was
fuck kind of
1939.
Amazon commercial was that, man?
Raged in Europe between the British Tommies and the German Jerrys. As the
Of
beleaguered
course.
English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin,
Real name, Thomas D. Jasper Cat. Birth year, 1940. Breed, British Shorthair. Inspired a certain rubber pirate. Wait, really? Tom Cat inspired Luffy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That he inspired fucking Monkey D. Luffy? How? Portrayed by 11 different voice actors. There are satellites named after both Tom and Jerry. Has a look-alike cousin that is scared of mice. Once filled in for Alice in Wonderland, Sherlock Holmes, and The Wizard of Oz, and many more.
William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tom Cat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal, bone-shaking, I felt that in my balls. Violence ensues, and Tom is reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Who is
Across Tom and Jerry's history, Tom has been under various households and owners. As such, these owners can be used to identify the era of the cartoon.
let's say very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my
No, fuck that
well-documented
cat.
hatred of cats, even
He's
I've
being a
got to
dick.
cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to
I love
side
cats.
with the
That one was
filthy,
being a douche.
flea-ridden rodent over man's second best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has
Yeah.
collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the
Alrighty, conventional weaponry, boomerang, boxing gloves, household objects, gardening equipment, construction site gear, mining tools, and professional weaponry, parachutes, ice skates, wrecking ball, monoculars, monocles, right? They're monocles. Or like that's the word that it's trying to monocolor. Like I don't know. Assuming they mean like actually it's conventional weaponry. So what does it mean by that? Like is he trying to hit him with monocles? I'm confused by that one. If anyone knows in the comments and I'm just an idiot, feel free to explain. Baseball bat, butterfly net, cat toys, detour sign, firework sticks, frying pan, glass cutter, lead pipe, rebar, kitchen appliances, wheel skates, and more. Wartime supply. Bombs, tear gas, gas masks, swords, rapiers, pistols, shotguns, machine guns, landmines, dynamite sticks, gasoline barrels, cannons, miniature rocket, sonar radar, a comical amount of other various firearms and explosives, and more. Special equipment: anti-dog spray, horseshoe magnet, vanishing cream, invisibility potions, invisibility ink, poisonous potions, rewind remote, magic lives potion, smart cap, ogre tooth, wishbone, spring tonic, extra potent vitamins, genie lamp, laser cannon, magic painting, lightning bug, stat boosting perks and potions, fairy star, magic ring, and more.
Average American household like baseball bats, lead pipes,
And guns! Lots and lots of guns. But he's got
Wood, clubs, saws, hammers, mallets, spoons, beams, fishing pole, and more. Magic wand and book of spells, transmutation, object fusion, levitation, flight, size manipulation, pooping spells, water creation and manipulation, electricity creation and manipulation, flying daggers, snowstorms, magic reflection, trader's curse, and more. Vehicles: the cat car, the cat jet, robocat, remote control rocket, biplane, car, truck, motorboat, and more. And apparel: knight armor, rocket boots, spacesuit, flying suit, jetpack, any disguise he wants, and more.
wackier things like a magic wand, a robocat, vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the Sword of Light and Dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the Rewind Remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just
Yeah.
the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is
In Tom and Jerry, the Fast and the Furry, really, the cat vehicles, with a K, sliced through Australia, destroyed Mount Everest, swirled the Atlantic Ocean, closed the Grand Canyon, and destroyed the Great Wall of China. Cool. Good to know that kind of shit is in the hands of a cat.
heavily improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's one tough son of a gun. He's been crushed, blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Really?
Wiz was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically go get them back from hell, where all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there isn't.
Yeah, a little bit. Alrighty. Hammer space, electricity, physics exemption, shapeshifting, regeneration, cloning, teleportation, fourth wall awareness and manipulation, levitation and flight, elemental manipulation, extreme temperature resistance, whole movement, imagination actualization, non-corporeal interactivity, sentient art, soul scarring, reality warping, 9 lives, dimensional travel, and
Much
many,
of a limit to
many
what
more.
Tom can do.
They're unstoppable on the field. You're unmovable from the couch. Lock in with 30% off groceries.
Skip.
He can clone himself, levitate in the air, make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names. Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the 2 characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles
Lifted the sun, obliterated a planet-busting asteroid, ruined several countries with his vehicles, dodged lightning and lasers, ran past 2 exosystems, launched into space by an explosion, took Jerry's punishment for 80 years, and defeated Jerry, Butch, Droopy and the Abyss.
Rouse the
But he
times
beat
Tom
Jerry?
destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massive.
Tom scales to Screwy Squirrel and Droopy, having defeated the later in Tom and Jerry the Magic Ring Game Boy Advance video game. Droopy was superior to a criminal that outran the animation reel strip. Screwy Squirrel was fast enough to be in two places at once mid-combat.
Possibly faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about Tom and Jerry Chase. Long ago, the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess Celeste to declare the two the strongest warriors in the realm. And they were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors use the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
While it may sound completely insane, it is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game
There's little to suggest that Tom and Jerry slash MGM multiverse contains an infinite cosmos within it. However, the Tree of Life must at least encompass the heavenly abyss and earth realms, as darkness threatened all of Chase's worlds.
lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may
God
grant
damn
us
it.
mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Stop.
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck,
Fair enough.
because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
That's a fair point.
Guess what? Definitely.
I don't care right now.
So,
Everybody,
little swag that's our set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
it's time for a death battle!
On the Sparkle Farm, we call this
Really?
the crisp, crack, and fizz. Take it in, let the sparkle open up, real fruit juice coming alive. Use all your senses to enjoy ocean spray sparkling.
How can banks and investment firms unlock the power of AI without compromising control? Enter
I don't know, so don't ask me. House Mouse. Mouse asshole kiss. Domestic cat. Felis cactus perpetuus victimus. And snap. Yeah. Fucking Jerry. Greater Road Runner. Meepus Meepus. Coyote. Canine Smuckus. Fight. Champion Contestius. Would have been funny if after this they did Roadrunner and Jerry, because they ran off together, but pretty sure Roadrunner would destroy Jerry.
You wanna live forever?
Dude. Yeah, obviously. Lost all of his lives. Bro, what? Every time. Every fucking time. Bro, what the fuck? Get back in the YouTube video. Don't look down. Oh. Yeah, not good for you, bro. Oh, that's bad. I guess... Oh, no, they're both still alive. Take this. And this. And some of the... Oh yeah, how about this? See how you like it. Oh, did Tom really win? There we go. Yeah, fuck you. Fucking knew it.
Wile E Coyote, super genius.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but you won.
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with you.
Well, the Tree of Life encompasses at least 3 finite universes. The Animator's universe transcends Looney Tunes as a whole, which encompasses an infinite universe, the Serververse, and millions of
Universe-threatening
timelines.
phenomena. But comparing Wile E to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wile E
Even outside of scaling to Roadrunner, Wile E outdoes Tom's quantifiable speed feats. His massively faster than light feats are more numerous and impressive, and he scales to lower tier tunes such as Plucky, who are faster than anything in Tom and Jerry, even accounting for Chase.
could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile E gets the edge in stats.
Wile E's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not, even eliminating the devices that have been shown.
Arsenal comparison. Even in enter and exit medium, transmutation, duplication, stat amps, size alteration, teleportation, invisibility, elemental manipulation, wish granting, and reality warping. The advantages that Tom Cat had were the Trader Curse ensured Acme Gear would the Trader Curse ensured that the Acme Gear would fail, and his Smart Cap increased intelligence and odds of winning. But Wile E's advantages were that he had better regeneration, full erasure beats just ashes, his magnetism countered Tom's tech, including the Smart Cap, more varied time manipulation, could seal souls countering Tom's 9 lives, and various forms of mind
To
control.
malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the loony DNA dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have loony DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the loony ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile E is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile E's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile E's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile E's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place: Space Jam.
Where Wile E yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile E's
Acme also plays a substantial role in Wile E's failures, potentially even having a hand in all of them. In Cartoon Network's Acme Hour TV spot, he immediately caught the Roadrunner by simply using generic brand equipment.
cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for: Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile E couldn't eventually land a hit with the loony DNA dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the
Even outside of the DNA dissolver, Wile E could put Tom down permanently via sealing his soul, freezing him in time forever, or simply hypnotizing him into killing himself. All things Wile E can and has done before. In contrast, Tom's only win condition is turning the DNA dissolver against Wile E.
Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile E's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile E, whereas Wile E's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile E gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile E Coyote.
That was a pretty good one. Yeah, I figured he was gonna win. Because, like I said, he only loses to the Roadrunner because, like, that's what's supposed to happen. Ooh, a new cinema sim. I'll check that out later. Up next, we have got Spider-Man versus Deku. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I don't know why it doesn't specify that down here. But the fact that he's going invisible tells me right now it's Miles Morales and not Peter Parker. Which, they like to use Miles Morales more than Peter, I feel like. Like, Peter's only fought Batman, like, way back when. After that, they used Miles to fight Static Shock, which made sense, because electricity powers, and they're both, you know, like, black superheroes and stuff. But with, now, now they've gotten to this one, and it's, Miles again against Deku. I feel like Spider-Man could have been in this fight, like the actual Spider-Man, Peter Parker, could have been in this fight instead of Miles. But yeah, Miles already doesn't have a good track record. He lost to Static, so I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna lose this fight too, because Deku's pretty OP.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This
Yep.
is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all.
Real name, Miles Morales. Age, 17. Height, 5'8" or 137 centimeters. Graffiti artist. Herald of Ansai. Been part of the Champions, the Ultimates, and the Avengers. Likes Naruto, DBZ, JoJo's, and Gwen. That's a pretty good list of stuff to like. Dislikes canon events, GameSpot, and Paul. Which Paul? Like the Paul that stole Mary Jane? Because yeah, fuck that guy.
Canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their
nano mesh vibranium suit. Wakandan web shooters. Spider powers. Super strength and agility. Wall crawling. Radar. Spider sense. Invisibility. Venom powers. Venom punch. Venom shock. Venom blast. Mega venom blast. Venom Saber, Bioelectric Webs, Absorption, and Overdrive. I guess this is before spoilers, but recently in the comics, after an event called Blood Hunt, where all the Dark Force users in the Marvel Universe were used to essentially create a blanket of darkness, blotting out the sun, and creating a vampire apocalypse. After that event, this Spider-Man, Miles Morales, was bitten by Blade. He was possessed by the vampire god or whatever from the first Blade movie, the one that they were trying to resurrect. So he's just permanently a vampire now. As far as I know, that never got cured. He's just he is stuck as a vampire. But for some reason doesn't have the sun weakness. I was just wondering if they were gonna include that in this, but it doesn't look like it's on here unless they're gonna bring up more stuff. So maybe this was before Blood Hunt happened.
Web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents.
Yeah.
Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to
No.
give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come
Yeah.
on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and
Electrokinesis. Miles generates bioelectricity, allowing him to produce powerful venom blasts that can stun his enemies and destroy technology. He can infuse his web threads with his electricity, transmitting an electric shock directly to people.
weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he
Oh,
can even
genetic
make electric
mutations, you say like
constructs out of
Deku?
this stuff.
Okay.
Biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh, geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was
Well, this feat was performed by the Insomniac Earth 1048 version of Miles Morales. The denizens of that universe are comparable in power to their 616 and 1610 counterparts in comic crossovers.
going to vaporize Harlem, a blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
You need one easy-to-use system that does it all. Forest. Together, we grow.
This is our legacy.
Legacy is a beautiful thing, but only if it's...
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't
fair
enough,
question.
Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive.
Giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb, and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurity,
There is also the, guess that might not have been a thing yet either, but there's also max power, which he just basically charges up every ounce of bioelectricity he has and just unleashes it in like a huge explosion around him. Kind of like Vegeta when he fought Majin Buu. Sorry. Kind of like Vegeta when he fought Majin Buu and he realized he had to disintegrate every single part of him. It's like that, except it doesn't hurt Miles, it just leaves him really, really tired and exhausted. Like it's a last resort, one and done thing. He does that, he's completely useless in a fight.
Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor, no longer standing in the shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the...
Alrighty. He blew up a giant symbiote dragon, lifted most of a building, took hits from Giant Woman, has dodged missiles, lightning, and lasers, has stopped the Inheritors and saved the Web of Life, saved an alternate universe from an evil clone of himself, won an Oscar, defeated the Prowler, the Green Goblin, Venom, Mr. Negative, Salim, and the Kingpin.
Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot spider people, dinosaur spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led them into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
I like that.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than...
Take note of, oh, it's disappearing now. Take note of the little blurb that was here. It said, spoilers alert for the end of My Hero Academia. If you don't want to be spoiled, you know, skip ahead to when the fighting starts.
Their symbol of peace.
All Might, the big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo liked to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like
Real name, Izuku Midoriya. Age 16, 24 post time skip. Height 5'6" or 166 centimeters. Profession, teacher and part-time hero. Aliases, One For All hero, Deku. Possesses 7 different quirks. His favorite food is katsudon. And romantic interest. Oh, you know, one of them.
But even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the beta male in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk, until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One For All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One For All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One For All's power
it does.
was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One For All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people,
yeah.
Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to...
And I have my dentist fully convinced that he has my x-rays mixed up with somebody else's. He was like, there's no way that your enamel looks this strong.
Face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One For All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One For All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One For All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All For One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around.
Quirks, One For All, Gear Shift, Fajin, Danger Sense, Black Whip, Smokescreen, and Float. Costume Zeta, Air Force gloves, mid gauntlets, and iron
And
swords.
restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance.
So,
It's
spider
mostly
sense.
like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen. But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All For One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed.
Deku can forcefully transfer the vestiges of One For All to an opponent to directly attack their soul, but he loses one of his quirks every time he does this. It also requires them to ingest some of his DNA. Gross. I'm not even going to go into all the weird ways that could be used.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One For All.
Fun. Unlocked One For All's full potential, became the number 4 hero. But the thing at the beginning always said this was his story of how he became the number 1 hero. He fucking lied. He fucking lied. Obliterated Dark Might's fortress. Flew nearly 200 kilometers in under an hour. Survives the recoil of his attacks. Saved Eri, Koda, Oyayama, and Lady Nagant. Defeated Shigaraki, All For One, Overhaul, and Gentle, and can hit you really hard.
Suffocating him though, he's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best.
He didn't want people getting hurt.
Nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All For One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku.
Alright, never mind. Ranking doesn't matter, yeah. Congrats on you, man. You truly were the world's greatest hero. Alright, I'll have to finish My Hero Academia because I like heroes like that. The ones like everyone will cheer them on. You know, like Flash and Spider-Man, they're some of my favorite heroes because even their villains like them. Like, people mess with the Flash or his family and stuff, and his villains get back at them. Because you don't do that. They have rules to the fighting the Flash. And, you know, same with Spider-Man. I read a comic recently, freaking Norman Osborn took over as Spider-Man. And Tombstone came and confronted him. He didn't know that it wasn't Spider-Man. All he knew was that Spider-Man was acting different. And he was concerned. A criminal fucking, like, mafia boss was concerned that the hero who constantly kicks his ass and puts his guys in jail was fucking acting different. Like, what the fuck? So I like that like literally everyone just stood up and, you know, cheered him on for the final fight. That's awesome.
Not even One For All itself. just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All For One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge
he
to
did
the next
his...
generation, just like every user of One For All before him.
He completed his dream, so...
If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Which is what Deku wanted. You know, he just wanted to live in a world where even somebody like him could be a hero. And he made that happen. So good on him.
Hello, it's me.
I don't care.
Robot Cheeks.
Show your merch sometime other time. I'm here to watch some people beat ass.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, time to watch a spider get squashed again. But I expect him to at least, you know, give him a fight. I'm sure Deku will respect him giving him his best.
You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware!
I like this song. Miles Morales always gets good songs for his fucking fights. What up, Danger?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
Little bit.
Skills, man. I like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, mierda.
Right, you have another arm. Could have dodged. Oh.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out.
That's what I was about to say. Looks like they can go all out now. Yeah. A hero should always do their best, Deku.
If I'm gonna do my best,
I'm gonna do things my way.
I gotta do my own thing.
Fucking anime style fight right now.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing.
Amazing is my buddy.
I'm the ultimate. Yeah. You got the wrong guy.
Not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Unfortunately, he's got experience with spider sets due to his danger sets and nullification due to the anomalies. Or at least absorption or whatever. This is all he's got, Deku. And it wasn't enough to put you down.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Aw, I like that ending. That was nice. See, I knew he was gonna be something like that. That Deku was gonna... He was... You know, give him props for what he did.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense gave Miles more.
Well, Miles is the herald of the spider god, NSI. NSI is largely a supportive mentor rather than a direct combatant on Miles' behalf. However, Miles' status as his herald could theoretically grant him spiritual protection from being attacked by One for All's vestiges, which is why they didn't, even attempt to go into any of that sort of stuff. It's because it's all theoretical.
Insight on his surroundings and threats than danger sense, which has
That
been
was
worked
cool.
around before.
This meant Miles's invisibility was harder for danger sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the spider sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was
they
more
did.
mobile than Webs, and Fa-Jin gave a bigger boost in strength than
While Venom is effective against genetic mutants, it can be resisted by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin. Deku has withstood electrical attacks from Shigaraki and Nine. Even if a Venom strike did paralyze Deku, he could still pop his body using Overlay.
Venom did. Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up,
Fair enough.
speed. Scaling to
I
Peter,
can
Miles
accept
could
that.
dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though, that wasn't his best.
Yeah,
Thanks
no.
to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
As for skill,
Fair.
Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling
Miles has been trained by Captain America, Calling Wing, Misty Knight, and even Black Panther. While his training is arguably not as intensive as Deku's full-time studying at UA High, he's not inexperienced by any means.
everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means
I would
the
have said
biggest deciding
even, but
factor
alright.
is raw strength.
And that was no contest.
Yeah, no,
Miles absorbing
obviously.
the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with this punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So
Oh,
the question
vibranium
wasn't
mesh.
necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons.
Miles' bomb absorption feat was nearly fatal for him. Furthermore, the 546 megaton yield for vibranium's durability was a high-end calculation. The energy to simply render New York's inhabitable is far less than that. Even analyzed generously, Miles' strength and armor is much weaker than Deku's One for All.
Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
the winner is Deku.
Yeah, I figured Miles was gonna lose, but what can you do? It was still a pretty good fight, and I loved that ending that they did. That was great. Alrighty, up next we're gonna have Hulk versus Godzilla. It's actually a kind of a good question because Godzilla's fought the Avengers, he's fought the Justice League. You know, he's tough when they do comic book crossovers. But, you know, that's also plot. Thing I love about Death Battles is that they take away all the plot and everything, and they focus purely on what they can do. You know, if the writers weren't trying to write a good story, trying to write things tense and, you know, make the hero look like a hero, and they just let them go all out, go buck wild, this is the kind of shit that would happen, because this is what they can do when they just don't have a limit, when they don't have to worry about hurting people or killing people, or whether the plot needs a villain to get away for later or anything like that. So in that circumstance, the Hulk is pretty insane. I mean, he can regenerate, he can... I don't know, man. This is a tough one, but I think I'm gonna go with Hulk. I'm a comic book freaking lover through and through, so we're gonna go with the comic book character and see if he can kill Godzilla. Like, this is Hulk. This is Godzilla. Goddamn, he's fucking huge. Imagine that was it. That was the death right there. I'd fucking cry laughing.
King of the monsters. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
The Hulk is the personification of the enemy which lurks under the surface of us all. We have to control that enemy within ourselves, or we can't control the conduct of the world. Bill Bixby.
What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
Looks like a penis.
A weapon designed by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site.
Hey, that dumb schmuck was Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became the Incredible Hulk. A pissed-off giant who must be really glad Bruce wears the purple stretch fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry.
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Yep.
Like Joe Fix-It, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Of course.
Shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk...
Yeah. Remember, he fucking slapped that dude across the room in fucking... Every time we talk about Hulk, we show that shit. Sorry, full name, Robert Bruce Banner. Height, 8 foot or 2.44 meters. Weight, 1,400 pounds or 635.3 kilograms. Height as Bruce is 5'10" or 1.78 meters. And his weight as Bruce is 128 pounds or 58.6 kilograms. I think I am taller and way more than Bruce Banner. That is goddamn. Alters, Devil Hulk, Fractured Sun, Green Scar, Guilt, Joe Fix-It, Professor Hulk, Savage Hulk, and World Breaker Hulk. Abnormal versions are Doc Green, Claw, which is, I guess, Reverse Hulk, Maestro, Mindless Hulk, Null, Titan, and Uber Hulk. Former ruler of Sakaar and likes puppies. No, he fucking loves puppies. Guy, like, if they show that scene, that someone dropped a box of puppies and, like, Hulk just lost it, man. He fucking, like, started playing with them and just laughed and smiled until he turned back into Bruce Banner. It was honestly kind of terrifying.
Everyone knows the big guy is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's
he
relationship
keeps
with
him
the
in
Hulk
check.
is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally
Yeah,
they can
they
come
love
to an
each other.
understanding. The alter best representing this would be the Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk,
Gamma radiation manipulation, extrasensory perception, immortality via resurrection, radiation absorption, rapid regeneration, reactive adaptation, super genius intellect via Bruce, super speed, and super strength.
what do you get?
The Green Scar.
The World Breaker!
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150
Still someone took his
billion
family.
tons of rock, jump from New Mexico to Florida in a single bound, and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself.
Oh,
Not even
shit.
Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk
And he broke
just
it, right?
broke it
Yeah.
by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor,
Blank's red hot. The greatest of all time.
That's why they made him an Avenger. They all realized that if he ever wanted to destroy the planet, he could. The only reason he doesn't is because he just wants people to leave him the fuck
the Hulk
alone.
consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that, Hammer Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
He has battled on par with Odin Force. Odin Force Thor broke the first firmament chains and a Pactum Arturianus, escaped a dimension of infinite density, lifted 150 billion tons of rock, overpowered the One Below All, shook all the dimensions tied to the crossroads, and has defeated the Abomination, the Gladiator, Hercules, the Juggernaut, Sentry, the Thing, and all of the Avengers.
Yeah, like regenerating from fatal wounds. Even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes
Whoa, what?
and read people's minds? Oh,
Say what?
Also, he can see ghosts and give
Oh.
him a good old-fashioned
Oh yeah,
Hulk
I knew he
Hulk
could do
can
that.
break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves.
Oh,
into the
what?
empty white between panels. A
How?
gutter space beyond time and concept.
Since when can he do that? That's usually reserved for fourth wall breakers, like, you know, Gwenpool and fucking Deadpool. Let's see. We are oh my god, that's actually talking about Death Battle. We are gathered here today so the something at Death Battle can visually show Hulk chilling around in gutter space. Just stick to the script, hold on. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I remember all of this. I collected a bunch of Gwens. You start crying, and then we team up to fight the Hulk. The art's the same, too. Do you think anyone used the video to read all of this? We're not saying anything important. For sure, Death Battle fans love their Easter eggs. I mean, yeah, they got me. They fucking got me. I did it. While Gwen orchestrated the situation in Gwenpool Strikes Back, Hulk's power had not been altered in any way, nor was this artistic stylization. Hulk explicitly broke into the gutter space 3 times all on his own. No other character in the story did so other than Gwen herself.
What, like how She-Hulk can for some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. Was she just breaking the fourth wall in the show?
To the reader? Oh, wait,
Seems to have the ability to sense extra-dimensional viewers observing her, a power perhaps related to her cousin's ability to see astral forms. Jen tends to downplay this last trait, as speaking to an unseen audience tend to unsettle those around her. That's a frickin' note that Deadpool should take.
that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
That's right. Dr. Banner is a certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to Norman Osborn, he's the 4th smartest person on the planet.
And that's comparing him
Who are
to
the other
big
three?
brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built the Her Collider Synchrotron, a machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But
Yeah.
Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom.
He's a dick.
Blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back.
Gamma mutates those who are aware of the green. Gamma mutates who are aware of the green door regenerate faster than those who aren't. Power Man once used a green door to return from being atomically shattered into nothing.
Ready to rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all, the dark side of the one above all.
That's right. God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the
strongest
one
there is. You're damn right. Godzilla is the son of the atomic bomb. He is a nightmare, created out of the darkness of the human soul. He is the sacred beast of the apocalypse. Tomoyuki Tanaka.
A global team of innovators and industry experts bringing real-world experience to every implementation.
I don't want to see shit for GTA 6.
The year was 19...
I'm gonna talk about it for a second. But, come on, we all gotta agree it's bullshit that stuff is being locked behind, the Ultimate Edition, right? That's some BS. We all are on agreement on that. Graphics are great, though. I've never been a big GTA fan, but I thought about grabbing it until I heard that shit. Then I was like, well, I think I'll just pre-order Wolverine instead.
1946, the press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up ever, so he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes. And the most epic roar ever.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around, not including Manila, the Scrappy-Doo of kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy-Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent.
Name whatever the fuck that says, because I can't read Japanese. And I don't know what the kanjis are, like what the, like, I know that that's what they're called, but I don't know, like, their alphabet or whatever. Height 165 feet, or 50 feet or 50 meters at minimum. Weight 20,000 tons at minimum. AKA the King of Monsters. Evolutions: Burning, Critical Mass, Evolved, Nightmare Option, Rage, Shin Forms, Super, Ultima, Ultimate Mode, and Santa Claus. No, really. And is also the President of the United States in the Looney Tunes universe.
So we'll examine his entire history, focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Koji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath!
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or, life energy from a giant pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power, and spins.
Or he can blast it out of his back and fly. Well,
oh, shit.
He could always do that, I guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up, Godzilla can blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech, piloted by Hatsune Miku?
What the shit? I guess they're teaming up with Minions because of the monsters and Minions, yeah.
It's shifting away from us needing to adapt to technology, and it's actually technology.
There's also a number of era exclusive.
Alrighty, Atomic Breath, Variants, Laser Eyes, Molecular Beam, Spiral Heat Ray, Tail Beam, Vapor Breath, Adaptive Evolution, Amphibious Nature, Energy Absorption and Conversion, Flight, kind of, Magnetism, Nuclear Pulse, Phase Array, Radar, Rapid Regeneration, and Reality and Causality Manipulation. Wait, what?
Powers. Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000 years, could make a barrier only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
You know,
what
it's
the
kind
fuck?
of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath that Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you?
Can we go back to talking about Dr. Pepper? Specifically, Godzilla defeated the god demon guarding the gate out of hell. To do so, the hell bats that devoured Godzilla's flesh became his new flesh, implying Godzilla's regeneration assimilated them. What the fuck?
I want a Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might, he's battled the
Godzilla
most
is.
dangerous of foes.
I thought he was
like
just
King
a big
Ghidorah
lizard,
and Gigan.
guys. What
In
the
Godzilla
fuck,
vs.
man?
Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000.
Japan is weird. Godzilla has fought Space Godzilla multiple times. He once flew from a black hole to Earth in a short span of time.
light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen
Yeah,
Destroyer.
that thing is
Developed in
fucked.
secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
He got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies. You can blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's
Oh, shit.
always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the
Bruh.
Oxygen Destroyer could not
Could you
permanently
not?
end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan?
What the
Couldn't
shit?
he pick
Yeah.
on some other country?
I mean,
He stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is
Fair.
intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of
Yeah.
both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad.
fair
though.
enough,
He can
actually. Annihilated Earth with Space Godzilla consistently matches Gigan's speed, destroys universes via singular points, survived multiple black holes, tanked a planet-bursting meteor in final wars after defeating every kaiju on Earth, defeated Destroyer, Gigan, Guy Demon, Kaiser, Ghidorah, Kong, Mechagodzilla, and Space Godzilla.
He's super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas: the monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third
Yeah.
type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does Godzilla walk?
On two legs, Wiz.
Not what he means.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his
Yeah.
own weight.
Oh God, here we go again.
A
No,
creature
he's
like
right.
Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly. What if all
Yeah, I
kaiju
mean,
come from a higher plane
huh.
of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter
Right,
any
but
timeline to
that's not what I'm
terraform
concerned
the
about.
Earth and all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the
Huh.
grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over
Oh,
300
shit.
feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity.
Multiple Godzilla timelines are referenced in the credits of each episode of Singular Point, implying a connection. The anime also references a 1954 Godzilla attack just like the original film. Huh.
A challenge laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get
Sorry,
what
I'm totally nerding out right
to
now.
someone who exists in only a 2D plane, the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about.
Huh.
I'm a really long
Yeah.
way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Huh. That's actually kind of really cool. Sorry, I love stuff like that. I'm nerding out right now.
Ultima, this entity sees the
The singularity cannot be destroyed. It is the nature of space-time. Sorry. Singularity cannot be destroyed. It is the nature of space-time, so to speak, that it cannot be destroyed from within space-time. It is like a character in a movie trying to break the screen. The singularity is just a hole given from outside of the screen. The characters in the film don't have a hand to plug the hole. Huh. So they're basically saying fighting Godzilla is like, or fighting this version of Godzilla, it's like if I saw some asshole on TV like the Purple Man from the Jessica Jones TV show, and I wanted to punch him in the face. I couldn't really do anything about it because I'd just be putting a hole in the screen. It wouldn't affect the characters, and the characters wouldn't be able to interact with the hole.
universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity...
The individual's teeth penetrated, but it ignores this fact. It did not even turn its body around. It simply ignored the fact and nullified reality. What?
he doesn't like, he can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect, and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts. TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey,
the orthogonal diagonalizer,
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it, because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
Hulk's gonna have his work cut out for him. He's definitely gonna have to work with Bruce if he wants to win this one, that's for sure.
We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
He's gonna need Bruce's brain if he's gonna win this fight. He can't just punch his way out of this. Doesn't mean he won't try it to start off with, because, you know, it's the Hulk, and he's the strongest there is.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Hulk smash, bitch! Oh shit. That did not go how he planned. Bro. Like, that's not gonna do shit. You're just pissing them off. Oh shit. Oh!
Alright, Hulk. Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
Uh-oh. This is probably gonna hurt. You doing okay?
You think you're strong? I scan the world! Stay down!
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stay down, Hulk. Damn, Hulk is fucking giving him the business. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is fucking crazy. So Hulk died there, right? Oh, nope. Still hasn't died yet. I'm expecting him to die and regenerate, but like, I'm surprised he hasn't died at least once yet.
Lizard.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. And now the green door. I don't care. I'm watching something. Oh, red door. We smashed it open anyways.
I think I understand.
Wow, that fast? Oh, so, dude, your face. What's going on?
It's been days since the battle began, and the red dust is spreading. Godzilla has grown in size, but we believe we are...
Oh, shit. I mean, let's be get close, I guess.
Well, smash.
Yeah, he can do that.
1,000,000,000,000 trillion to 1 and rising. That's the odds.
Okay.
Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma.
Oh, I guess it is like gamma.
1,000,000. 1,000,000,000,000. I just need 1.
Can you do it? Oh yeah, because he can punch through the screen. If he can reach gutter space, then that analogy from earlier, he can punch through the screen. He can interact with the hole.
You did it, big guy. We did it.
That was a great fight, and I'm fucking nerding out.
Okay,
Definitely one up. That was great.
What happened? It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3 categories. First up, power. Most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction level events. Tag beyond.
Some Godzillas have defeated characters like Thor and Superman in comics, but these scenarios involve off-comic gags or elseworld variants with unique circumstances and less power than their mainline counterparts, which is what I was saying at the beginning of the fight and stuff. That Godzilla has appeared and fought like the Avengers and the Justice League, but it's not the main versions. And when you're talking about main versions, that matters. You know, main version Goku or main version Superman can whoop Goku's ass. Main version Hulk is apparently beating Godzilla's ass, so.
Light-speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped the universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads. In a straight fight with a classic Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not entirely.
In the Singular Point novel, Penelope suggests Pelops suggests Ultima can lose by connecting you to an episode where it is defeated, essentially manipulating the meta-narrative. This is one of multiple proposed methods. Physical combat combined with the orthogonal diagonalizer is determined to be the most effective option.
Fairly unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but but then just come right back.
The green
Yeah,
door
over
instantly
and
appears
over
when
and
Hulk
over.
goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions.
So another tie.
So let's examine the layers of their multiverses. Marvel's
Right.
Cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison,
Gotcha.
the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below.
Which is where
This
it
means the
loses.
below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place,
Hulk broke a Pactum Arturnus, an unbreakable contract of reality set by the eldest child of the Mother of Horrors, an entity beyond existence and older than the one above all. Considering the difference in scale of their cosmologies, this outclasses even the most charitable interpretations of the entity in Singular Point.
could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was
Makes
defeated
sense.
in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our
And he just happens to
Who made
live
a
in his
device
head.
with those particles that break space.
Finding the code for the orthogonal diagonalizer is defined as an NP complete problem, a real-world classification of difficulty. Banner's intellect is comparable to 6160 Reed Richards, who solved P-space complete problems mid-combat, which is an even higher difficulty tier.
Time, like the diagonalizer, who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator. Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The green door waits for no Hulk,
Kinda.
including Banner. Even if Ultima's
Godzilla briefly mutated from gamma radiation in an Elseworlds comic. It's possible this mutated Godzilla could appear in the below place, but it would be out of the entity's reach and no longer usable. Hulk could also absorb the gamma energy out of Godzilla.
catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Even among gods and monsters, man was the ultimate weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
That was a good one. Like I said, I love the fight was a good fight. It had anime stuff, which was great, and all that science and stuff. I love that. I love nerding out with that stuff. It's part of why I am subscribed to things like film theory and game theory and stuff like that. That was a good fight, and I loved all the science, even if it was probably confusing for a lot of people and stuff. Alright, we have got Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn next. I have not watched Soul Eater, and I don't watch Ruby, but I know a bit about it because this is the last one now, right? We've had this will be the fourth and final member of the Ruby squad fighting in this. I guess I'll go with Ruby. They've got a pretty good track record so far, right? I think Blake beat Mikasa. I think Weiss lost her fight, but Yang and Blake won their fights. Um, so yeah, let's hop into this and see if Ruby can win and set her team's win-loss record at 3-1, or if it's gonna be another loss for them.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red...
Full name, Ruby Rose. Age 17 years. The huntress leader of Team Ruby, trained by Browen, Yang, Oblak, Professor Ozpin, and Professor Ironwood. Likes books, hell yeah, cool weapons, her family, and Penny. Eats cookies and drinks milk. Is officially a VTuber.
She wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose.
Which is also a gun.
Like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby made Crescent
Because
Rose herself.
everything in Ruby is also a gun. Every single weapon, it's a gun. Personally forged at Signal Academy, blade can rotate 360 degrees. Cool. Forms, scythe, sniper, and war scythe. Uses fire dust, gravity dust, ice dust, hard light dust, lightning dust, steam dust, stone dust, and wind dust.
Like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. What
Yeah.
does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl
That's
can't
a good
even
question.
throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura
Makes sense.
forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last?
Wait, what? Is that a part of nature? I don't think that's a part of nature. Aura, barrier, enhanced physique, enhanced healing, enhanced senses, bolsters dust and weaponry, aura restorative items. Her semblance is called Petal Burst. Gives her superhuman speed, teleportation, molecular intangibility, and she has silver eyes, whatever that means.
This one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I get it. Team Ruby.
But
Yeah.
Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends
Aw.
dead. Her school totally wrecked. Her sister disarmed, all because of a lover's
Oh,
spat
shit.
that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right, while aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
They're unstoppable on the field. You're unmovable from
You're
the
interrupting the explanation of science.
According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its
Other creatures like Mercury have struck Ruby mid-petal burst before, but this was before she fully understood what the ability could do. She could later phase through attacks more regularly.
Molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed
Fun.
Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet. Or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the God of Light as a weapon against negative anti-light.
Grim are a creation of the God of Darkness as a representation of malevolence and destruction. The Silver Eyes can counter Grim powers with its Light of Life. This is shown in her battle with the Apathy, where Ruby's Silver Eyes restored her drained willpower.
Energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
But Ruby's skills didn't falter.
Yeah,
after
that's
her
not going to
time
help
as
in this
Beacon.
fight.
As she journeyed across Remnant, she...
Actually, maybe it will. I don't know anything about the person she's fighting. So, what the fuck do I know? Decapitated a giant Nevermore, kicked a griffin through an Atlas warship, left off of multiple missiles mid-air. Jesus, why is that tongue twister for me? Overcame the Apathy's mental effects, petrified kaiju-sized Grim with silver eyes, defeated Torchwick, Cinder, Harriet, Team Juniper, Curious Cat, and met Superman and Rang of the Blood Edge. Wait, what? She's just... How is she met, though?
leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst, and Vine, whose aura was strong.
The Ace Ops were also able to contend somewhat with Maiden Penny, who has similarly impressive feats of lifting enemy Colosseum, though even as a group they struggled against her.
Enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother.
Yeah, we get it.
And heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks. So you to see, but
Don't gamble.
And from so 50 mind and a sound soul dwells within a sound mind, and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally. Name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's...
Full name, Maka Albarn, age 13 years old, 2-star Scythe Meister at Death Weapon Meister Academy, possesses a Grigori Soul, 1 in 50 million. Weapon partners, Soul, Sabuki, and Spirit. Likes books, studying, puzzles, and drum dances. Dislikes unfaithful men and raw fish.
Pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better. A weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a Scythe. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two.
AKA Soul Eater, Death's last weapon, age 13 to 15 years old. Vocations, Death Scythe and Pianist. Shape-shifting, human and scythe states. Flight via manifest wings. Piano/Black Room. Soul Meditation, Soul Hack, Soul Adigo, Black Blood Dress, and Madness.
Who trained hard, but their style's kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the Scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Black Star and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially.
Soul Perception, Soul Resonance, Wavelength Control, Anti-Demon Wavelength, Hunt Slashes, Witch and Demon, number 6 Hunt, letter U Hunt, letter I Slash. So wait, is that supposed to be an I or an L? Probably an I. Scythe, Menace, Severing, and the Kishin, Hunt Slash, and Maka Chop.
Actually well against
the
witches
Maka Chop.
and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal on his head.
At Money Mart, we're more than just a quick money fix. We're part of your neighborhood.
I needed cash fast.
Waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony.
In the anime, Maka has a different final form in which she manifests scythe blades from her body due to her father being a death scythe. This form does not appear in the original manga and is thus excluded from this battle.
And Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved death.
Carved through Gopher's blast, outpaced Medusa's vectored arrows, consumed the souls of 198 humans and a witch, nullified Giriko Soul's wavelength, tanked Ashura's Vajra, which pierced Death, kept up with Blackstar and Death the Kid, survived attacks that split clouds and cratered the moon, and has defeated Blair, Arachne, Medusa, Krona, Giriko, and Kenshin Asura.
Scythe, the dream's here, baby!
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend's Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
Fucking dick.
Mark's can't miss summer event is on now.
Villains always be
Until
ruining
July 8th,
moments.
Save up to 50% on summer ready styles.
Access urgent care services without leaving your home. Book same-day or next-day virtual appointments.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed! A+! Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash! Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema!
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 4242564 whenever you want to knock on death's door. Congratulations to us!
Wiz, too great, like expungement to get EB by such
a combatant
battle!
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who are you looking for? Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called your boyfriend turns into a scythe. Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours!
The blush was adorable, and she is not Little Red Riding Hood. You got things confused. Now you're gonna die.
My soul thanks.
Get her, Ruby.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
And you're handling it pretty good. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh shit. That was cool. Her fighting style is pretty killer. Oh shit. Like, seriously, the fuck, bitch? Why are you slapping her?
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Uh-oh. Wonder if Silver Eyes can help here. This song, though, oh my god, dude. I mean, I would have been disappointed if they didn't have good music for a fight like this, but this is insane.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress.
Soul Adagio.
Oh no!
Ruby!
Yeah, that's what I thought. Silver Eyes did help her and it restores her willpower.
Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
Damn it. Damn. Looks like their leader couldn't pull off the win.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Yeah, you fucked up and killed the wrong person, you jerk.
Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
The moon's mass was increased to equal Earth's in the prequel series Fire Force by a character named Fairy. This is the reason why it floats in the air and is self-sustained. Wait, is Fire Force is that firefighter anime, right? They're connected? Interesting.
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT.
Soul utilized chain resonance to amplify Maka's stats for portions of the Asura fight. However, this was a much smaller amp than the Black Blood dress, and he had stopped doing so before Asura's crater feat.
Over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom,
who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own.
Well, Maka has said that Black Star is also stronger than her. She has frequently kept up with him in speed. Two can also utilize chain resonance, which requires equal contribution. Maka's statements also do not factor in her black blood dress.
Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie, and their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's Scythery.
That's not a
That's
word.
not a word.
Scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging.
Ruby trained with Crescent Rose since her time at Signal Academy. Maka and Soul did not achieve Soul Resonance until their battle with Stein. Moreover, Ruby is not only 4 years older than Maka, but her journey across Remnant took, at minimum, a year longer than the events of Soul Eater's story.
That thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required
for
all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating Dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-Grim
That's
eye
what I said.
beams. Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood.
The Silver Eyes provided Ruby with minor resistance to emotional manipulation, but Madness's wavelengths can induce those effects to targets that have resisted such powers before. Ruby was also affected by Emerald's hallucinations, making it unlikely that she could fully negate Madness.
Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the Silver Eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans?
I mean, he's kind of got a point. That's his name? Soul Evans? Like, come on, bro. Alright. Final fight we have got is Simon the Digger versus Kyle Rayner. I do not know who Simon the Digger is. Kyle Rayner, though, is... I mean, I was going to say he's the first White Lantern, but I guess that's not true. There were other White Lanterns, but I believe he's the first one who became a White Lantern, not because he had a Black Lantern ring on, and it was like the Blackest Night, Brightest Day event, but because he was able to master every emotional, or every part of the emotional spectrum. Like, he used every one of the different rings from all the different Lantern Corps and mastered them, and thus was able to become a White Lantern, which is like the most powerful of them all because it's all of the colors combined. Let's see who wins.
Simone the Digger.
Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern.
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave.
That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simone. He was there too, I guess.
Simone was a digger.
Oh, his name is Simone, not Simon. Okay, Simone the Digger. Age 21, height 6'2" or 188 centimeters. Occupations: digger, supreme commander, pilot, and is currently a hermit. Pronounced Simone. Is a mangaka in another universe. Inspired by Captain Harlock. Likes mole steaks, Nia, Kamina, and drills. Dislikes paperwork, authority, and the anti-spiral.
Drill endlessly through the dirt until the day he found the core drill.
A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagan. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark.
But the sky was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simone's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagan merged, creating Gurren Lagan.
With Kamina piloting the body and Simone the head, these two were unstoppable.
Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagan might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower.
12.8 meters tall, runs on willpower, merges with larger machines, drills, missiles, sunglasses, boomerang, interesting, and energy blast.
And capable of making any weapon they can imagine,
including missiles, a jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course,
drills! Wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Bureku! Side note, it is so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality. What up?
With Gurren Lagan's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died. Oh, wait, shit, was that supposed to happen?
Nope, and it was all Simone's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simone who believes in you. Damn.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simone who found Lagan, Simone who pierced the surface, and Simone who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren Lagann runs on fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah.
Just as the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential.
Potential Simone would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
A safer Ontario means playgrounds with no drug injection sites.
I say it sounded pretty grounded so far. Nothing that the Green Lantern can't handle. But
lock in with a free cheesy
I mean, this is getting crazy.
Spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simone can create portals to different realities.
Spiral power, exponential adaptation. Self-repair, force fields, energy absorption, reality warping, arc Gurren Lagann, city-sized, thunderbolt chariot kick, space-time shattering burst, spinning punch. And then there's Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which is moon-sized, full drill size, and has the spatial temporal axis simultaneously shooting.
And higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, incomprehensibly big, contains super spiral space probability missiles. Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which I guess is the ultimate version. The mech is bigger than the observable universe. It runs on infinite spiral power and has a drill size that is even bigger than the mech, which is even bigger than the observable universe.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions. All within a Planck instant.
That's the smallest unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
What the shit?
Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned. Oh, and the guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the Anti-Spiral's greatest trap, the Multiverse Labyrinth. An attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different, and after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that
In the drama CD Okuto no Joken Gurren Lagann, an alternate Lord genome seemingly manipulated 20D space, but this is a translation error and more likely refers to manipulating a twofold dimension.
Labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started. Imagine a two-dimensional drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the Multiverse Labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our Simone enough spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like shooting missiles that alter probability so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like...
Gurren Lagann makes multiple references to brand theory and higher dimensional concepts that are consistent with author statements asserting these galaxies are in fact universes.
Frisbees! Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes!
Simon's power was so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simon turns his thoughts into...
Despite their higher dimensional nature, an interview confirms these constructs, including Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, could manifest in the three-dimensional real world.
New reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the...
Simone is stated in the interviews and directly shown to be the strongest spiral power user. As such, he is capable of the same feats and abilities as anyone on his crew.
Best wife in the universe used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, whiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simone evolved one more time.
Into Super Tengen Topa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simone and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel indifference of the universe! Meet the indomitable human spirit!
Proving Kamina's words prophetic.
Pretty much. Became the Simone that believed in him, pulled the moon back into orbit, struck all of space-time at once, absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, withstood the infinity Big Bang storm, shattered a drill trillions of light years long, defeated Virial, 4 Supreme Generals, Lord Genome, and the Anti-Spiral. I think he might be able to beat Kyle Rayner, guys. I mean, I was rooting for Kyle at first, but this is crazy.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simone chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others.
Always looking up. For all the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
Introducing new Papermate Inkjoy Bright, a gel pen that even writes on black paper. Because my
The universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off cat, you know who to call.
The Green Lantern Corps! They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago by blue leprechaun gods.
And the greatest Green Lantern among them was everyone's favorite, Hal Jordan.
You know him, you love him, you might hate him. But you gotta respect
maybe a little
man
bit.
With a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After
Yeah,
his
it
hometown
broke
got completely
bad.
obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the literal Green Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human,
Kyle Rayner.
So was Kyle picked for his
Full name, Kyle Rayner. Age, 30. Height, 5'11" or 180 centimeters. Weight, 175 pounds or 79 kilograms. Occupations, comic artist and Green Lantern. Also known as Ion, Parallax, and Torchbearer. Likes Superman, Asian movies, and Gamera. Hell yeah, Gamera is awesome. Dislikes DC editorial, Jaws, and love triangles. Enemy of Heat. I don't know what Heat is.
Formidable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, bro.
Being given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey, if Colonel Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Wheat, and a sentient box can master it, what's your excuse, Kyle?
The Green Lantern ring can do
that's a fair
anything,
point.
fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality, and erase things from existence.
Think we're exaggerating? Well, consider...
Protective aura, flight, galactic database, artificial intelligence, invisibility, intangibility, time manipulation, time travel, age manipulation, matter manipulation, gravity manipulation, mind reading, reality warping, capable of making constructs, energy blasts, shields, exoskeletons, melee weapons, projectile weapons, vehicles, animals, mythical creatures, and mechs, and is resistant to poison, entropy, antimatter, and reality warping.
At the time, Kyle stretched the very fabric of space to increase the Planck length a billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control
Damn.
time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force
fuck?
requires entering a higher dimension of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable. And the rings have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Poozer Kilowog survived.
The Green Lantern chip stated his ring protected him from the effects of the crisis on Infinite Earths. Dr. Ubix also survived the crisis by using the Sucker Stick, an analog to the Green Lantern ring.
Being erased from existence by the crisis on Infinite Earths.
The ring is fueled by its user's willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched. Probably because he's a comic book artist. And we know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green
Comics
Lantern's most
get crazy.
recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots. Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong enough to lift the Spectre, who weighs as much as eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang. Wait, 0.3? DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's only downside is that it's limited to 24 hours.
After relinquishing the power of Ion, Kyle modified his Green Lantern ring to have an emergency reserve of backup power. It will never fully run out, even if it cannot maintain a 100% charge.
Before needing a recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Kyle wasn't the only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle
Bro,
finally
what?
got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are
That's what I was
7
talking
colors,
about.
each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear.
Red Lantern allows him. The Red Lantern ring gives him Napalm, Plasma Breath, Rage Infection, and Blood Absorption. Blue Lantern ring gives him access to Healing, Possession Nullification, and Emotional Purification. The Sapphire Lantern ring gives him Crystal Matrices and Mind Control. The Indigo Lantern ring gives him access to portals and the Compassion Manipulation. The Orange Lantern ring gives him Energy Siphoning and Soul Manipulation. The Yellow Lantern ring gives him Fear Manipulation and Fear Empowerment. The White Lantern ring gives him control over all life, resurrection, clairvoyance, and astral communication. And he found the life equation? Bro, what? That's like the whole thing Darkseid has been looking for his entire fucking existence. That's crazy. The life equation is the mathematical source of life. Extensive reality warping. Alright, now he wants the anti-life equation, right? But like the life equation, like that would be the start, wouldn't it? That's somewhere to start.
Let's Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. The more scared you are of him, the stronger he becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm. Which, Sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space, connecting him to others.
The final one was the sapphire light of love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged and Kyle became a White Lantern.
Proud to work with world-leading consumer goods retailers, brands, and manufacturers to share best practices.
We measure longevity in years, but life?
With total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the...
Even a single central power battery contains enough power to create and destroy an entire universe, meaning that Hal manipulated a multiversal amount of energy.
The multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation.
Kyle has held his own against Parallax as a Green Lantern, and Parallax has fought Time Trapper, Spectre, and the Anti-Monitor, who, while possessing Hal. This substantiates the White Lantern as being equal or superior to the Anti-Monitor.
The Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the Life Equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the Life Equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The Life Equation, like its counterpart, the
contained a supernova, survived the Big Bang that created DCU, outsped the laws of physics, surpassed Hal Jordan's power, resisted the anti-life equation's domination, mastered the emotional spectrum, defeated Wonder Woman, Parallax, Amazo, and Oblivion.
The anti-life equation is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So it's not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings. Hey, remember
let's see who ends up winning.
Galaxia? No? Well, that's because
I
it was
do.
taken off YouTube for being too anime. But we've got a solution. It's our own website. That's www.merch.censored now. Combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
You just destroy mountains.
Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
It's like a Balrog.
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
those yellow? Yeah, he's making different colored constructs. Even though he's only a Green Lantern right now.
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
Sunglasses just get bigger. Oh shit. Superman.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Lantern. We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
now you know.
Village missiles. Oh god, I mean, like, teleported them away. Be cool.
I'm Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down.
That's the source wall, though. Oh shit, he did smash it down.
stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future. Choose life.
Have faith in the Simone.
Oh, it looks like he is gonna beat Kyle. And bigger sunglasses.
My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens. Giga drill break!
This is it, Kyle. Let's see what you're made of. Oh shit. That's fucking cool. Come on, that was the worst time for a fucking thing.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening.
I don't like peanut butter, so you can go fuck yourself with your stupid Reese's
Today,
Pieces
it's a
commercial.
plywood floor. Tomorrow, it's their desk. We've removed the full HST on new homes and cut municipal
Oh my
fees,
god, let
saving
me
you up to
fucking it's gonna
$200,000
fucking
on
play
a new
through
house
all of
today,
this.
so we can get more families in more homes tomorrow.
Fuck off.
The super. The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil
shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern.
Lantern's light. And oh, he got him.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
For the guy with the snazzy sunglasses! When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards. Take speed. Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead,
Fair
let's
enough.
analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First up,
All right.
imagination. The boundless things they could conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle
Kyle struggled to erase aberration, who destabilized the natural laws of a universe after a long enough time. In comparison, the anti-spiral had complete control over the laws of countless universes and could erase fundamental concepts, yet could not erase Nia from existence.
hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal,
Yeah.
which was mostly drills. Though again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other main factor for both characters, the origin of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both
How do you quantify that?
multiversal scale with their willpower, but we
Simone's reality warping could evolve to counter hypothetical source wall imprisonment in a similar manner to the multiversal labyrinth. Several DC characters with similar abilities, such as the Spectre, Superman, and Barry Allen, have escaped the source wall in the past.
We can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Yeah.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a
Both series could potentially have larger scopes to their cosmologies, but most interpretations would favor the DC multiverse being large and given equal leeway.
base level. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth required Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since spiral power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability
Fair.
to easily kill Simone,
The anti-spiral has regeneration comparable to spiral power users, but Simone overcame them. He can do the same against Kyle's healings and resurrection abilities, including those that work on a non-corporeal level.
it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge, especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotion,
Kyle could theoretically maintain a charge by fueling his ring with the energy of hope and life. However, even as a White Lantern, his ring has been overtaxed and nullified, such as against Dr. Manhattan.
to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a
Yeah.
higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just
Yeah.
as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to relinquish it.
Kyle kept the life equation in the what-if scenario, New Guardian's Future's End. In it, he becomes corrupted and is ultimately destroyed. The canon Kyle saw this potential future, hence why he relinquished the equation. This book also established those with high willpower are resistant to the life equation effects, such as, say, Sauron.
To keep from destroying reality and himself.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the life equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway? That's Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle may have embodied life itself.
Simone had a greater rate of adaptation, a superior regeneration, and could resist the emotional spectrum. They also mostly countered each other's abilities. But he was weaker initially to Kyle. Kyle was stronger at the start of the fight and had more creative usage of his ring, but he was far weaker in the end, and his ring had a limited charge.
But Simon's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern's light.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to death battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
Next time on Death.
Alrighty. And that is gonna be it for that fight, guys. I mean, that was a pretty good one. I wasn't sure who was gonna win when I went into it. I was thinking Kyle, then I switched to Simone. Then I thought maybe Kyle had it, but Simone ended up doing it in the end. He did pull it off. Get on him. That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below anything you want to see me react to, or head to my channel page to do it. There's a post on there somewhere that I put up basically saying, if you have an idea, post it below and I'll get back to you. Or not get back to you, but I'll get around to watching it. You know what I mean? Go and check out Death Battle. Give them the love they deserve. Some of these fights are pretty awesome. I mean, a lot of these newer ones, they've been awesome as shit. I don't think I've seen a bad one in a while. Check back on Wednesday, and we will have the 5 death battles I just reacted to today, cut down into singles. And of course, remember to have a good one, guys. And peace out.